Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I want to explain about my assignment for curriculum development in TVET. Before that, I want to say Selamat Hari Raya. Maaf Zahir dan Batin. So, let's go. We start. The intended learning outcomes. So there's two examples that I take. First, azan. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so there's two examples of IMO. Okay, the first is by the end of the lesson, all students will be able to write about the student background clearly. And the second is by the end of the lesson, most students will be able to respond verbally about student background spontaneously. Okay, so a learning outcome describe the overall purpose or goal from participation in an education activity. A written statement that reflect what the learner will be able to do as a result of participating in the educational activity. So the outcome address the outcome for educational needs knowledge, skill, and practice that contribute to the professional practice gap and achieving the learning outcomes result in narrowing or closing that gap. The learning outcome can assess the overall impact of multiple objectives. The next is choose teaching and learning activity. Okay, there are three activities that I choose for teaching and learning. So the first is critical thinking. Activity that provide student with opportunity to think about or use knowledge and information in a new and different way will support their development of critical thinking skills, one of the main selling point of a university education. Critical thinking activity can follow on from other learning activity after students have received feedback from the initial activity. There is example critical thinking for the activity, such as respond to assigned text. Students are initially asked to identify the key idea in assigned text, such as writing, audio, video, and share their understanding each subset of the class. Example during on a tutorial, campus, or discussion board. The second is problem solving. Problem solving is a presenting student with a problem, scenario, case, challenge, or design issue which they are then asked to resolve, address, meet, or deal, which provides student with a visible and clear reason for learning. Example of problem solving is case study. Why? Okay, the students must then analyze the case and make recommendation to stakeholder, propose a solution, or present a design or plan related to the case. And lastly is interactivity. Okay, interactivity is the activity that focus on or include interaction with other, can support student development of a range of learning outcomes, inclusive or declarative and functioning knowledge. The social presence of a student in a unit has been found to correlate positively with both their achievement of learning outcomes and their perception of the learning in a unit. Peer relationships, informal support structure, and teacher-student interaction or relationship all contribute communication and group cohesion. as well as providing opportunity for active learning are important in every unit. Example of the interactivity is group assignment, which means students are organized into a smaller group of 3 or 4. Each group has assigned tasks and each member can assign a role so that the student can share their idea and check understanding with another to then take back to their group. So that's a 3 activity that I choose. The next is assessing student actual learning outcome. So there is a 2 assessing student that I choose. So the first is quiz. Okay, in the world of education, there are many different ways to teach and to consolidate what has been learned. The children were expected to memorize state, formula, and figure by rote. But this method of teaching can be quite dull, to say the least. One tool becoming more common, especially in online education, is quiz. School tests can be an anxious experience for children. They often worry how well they will do, how their results compare to those of their friends, or what the teacher thinks of them. Playing quiz at classroom is much less stressful and provide a means to test their self. So this can be particularly useful for shy or introvert children who rarely raise their hand in class for fear of getting answer wrong. The wrong answer. Quizzes are stress-free way to learn. Okay, the next is question and answer, Q&A. So we ask questions in order to learn more information about something, and we answer questions to provide more information. Asking and answering questions is not only a part of how we learn, but it also part of our social skill. We ask and answer questions to be polite and build the maintain relationship. So type of question of ask and answer is who, what, where, when, and why. Asking question involve thinking about what they want us, forming the question in their mind, and then producing the question that they want to ask. Once we have talked about the type of question, use games and activity involve questions to teach the student about asking or answering questions while having fun at the same time. So that's the reason I chose the quiz and Q&A as a student actual learning outcome. Okay, let's go to the last slide. Okay, how to create the student achievement. As a teacher, we need to know how to create the student. So the first is computer-based assessment. Computer-based assessment same like multiple choice question and short answer type, which can mark and analyze result quickly. More recently, this area has expanded to include mathematical problem and simulations. So the reliability is high. And then the next is reflective practice. Okay, reflection is an activity that supports the development of student metacognition. That is their understanding of how they think and how they think, understand, and learn. The process of reflection starts with the student thinking about what they already know and have experienced and in relation of topic, be explored or learn. This is followed by analysis of why the student think about the topic in the way they do, and what assumption, attitude, and belief they have about to learning about the topic. The example of a reflection is a self-assessment. After students have completed a learning activity or assessment task, provide them with a set of criteria to use to assess the quality of their work. Okay, so thank you for your listening and your cooperation to focus on my slide and my presentation. So I would like to say again, thank you so much. Okay, bye.